All right, let's talk about Ryan Garcia. In fact, let me do it correctly. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Fighters hate when you do that, don't they? You got to get it correct. Name on the big screen, big stage. Devin Haney defends his WBC super lightweight title against Ryan Garcia at the Barclays, which, by the way, isn't doing great in terms of ticket sales.
I've noticed that. Yeah. Is it the location?
Has to be.
The Barclays.
I don't know why you didn't go San Francisco. I don't know why you didn't go San Fran, where Devin fought Regis and sold it out. Go back there again.
Barclays it was a kind of thing a few years ago, and it's not a name I've heard in a while. Wilder was probably the last guy I remember going there.
Yeah, it's just not a venue that, unfortunately, has many big fights anymore.
No, and it is a good venue, though.
It's a fantastic venue. As you say, a few years back, there were loads of fights at the Barclays. It was almost a case of if you couldn't get MSG, I'm guessing Barclays was a bit cheaper.
Yeah, it was the next best thing.
Yeah, it was the next best thing. Go Barclays. Now, all of a sudden, it has to be Vegas or Saudi.
Or
somewhere else. Going into this fight, I want to quickly give praise. Actually, before we do that, G-Man, the link to his channel is in the description. Please go over and subscribe. I want to give a massive amount of praise to Devin Haney for a couple of rings. Firstly, this will be his 32nd fight. You rarely see that anymore.
No.
Because nowadays, when you look at most people's records that are even coming to the end, they've only fought 30, 40 times.
Yeah.
Devin Haney's 25 years of age, and this will be his 32nd.
The names in that resume.
And the names. I had a look the other day at the names. Abdullayev. He fought Abdullayev, and Abdullayev was unbeaten. I think 11 or 12-0. Jorge Linares, Kambosos twice, Lomachenko, Prograis, Gamboa. I know Gamboa was coming to the end, but Gamboa. Ryan Garcia now.
Jojo Diaz.
What was that, 8 or 9?
But he's doing these back to back to back to back. It's not like he's having, he fought Lomachenko, had a bit of a gimme fight, fought Lomachenko straight into Prograis at 140.
Yes.
And now fighting Ryan.
Yes.
You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, he's giving you guaranteed 2 fights a year.
And they're competitive too.
Competitive fights. He's not having a
gimme.
No. He's doing kind of what Floyd and Canelo have done for us, or did for us for years. Back to back, tough fights, twice a year, and he's fighting names.
That's what we want.
And you've got to respect that. And I thought I'd give him his props because I feel like he still doesn't get the props he deserves. I don't know why.
I think it's the style. I think people have gone to the stage now where when they see a fighter who does a really defensive style, they just want to nitpick.
Okay.
They just want to nitpick because, look, staying up to watch Devin Haney, sometimes it can be a bit boring. Sometimes it can be fun. But it's the boring fights they focus in on. Oh, yeah, he won, but it's boring, isn't it? It's boring. We don't want to know.
He was quite aggressive against Prograis.
So did I.
I thought it was aggressive.
I thought he was very good against Prograis. I thought it was a good fight.
Bear in mind, at the time, it was between Teo and Prograis at the time as to who the number 1 140-pounder was. Oh, yeah. Obviously, Prograis dropped down that ranking quite a lot. But going into that fight, he was the champion.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people were picking him to win that fight.
I think I actually picked him off, or said it was a close fight anyway.
So
I deleted that video.
I might have said it was a close fight, but thank God I didn't pick him.
Yeah.
But if he's going in doing that, that was a good, entertaining fight.
Yeah.
And now he's in there against Ryan. And with Ryan, has he ever not been in a fight? I know his last one wasn't amazing, but Ryan is always in competitive fights.
Yeah.
Always in fun fights.
But that's Ryan that we know that's got his head screwed on. That's Ryan that we know going to the ring. I guess we know what we know, Ryan going into the ring and he's fully focused. This Ryan right now, look, a month ago I was saying this fight shouldn't happen. Because I thought, okay, this guy looks like he's having a mental breakdown right in front of us. This guy should be pulled. He's only 25, 26. He can live for another day. All of a sudden, I don't know if he's been trolling us. I don't know if this mental thing is gone away. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what Ryan Garcia is going to be walking to the ring.
If it's part of his game plan to have people guessing, if this is all trolling, then he needs an Oscar for this. Yeah,
but you know what it is? If it is trolling, it's backfired because I almost feel like people aren't interested as much as they should be because I think a lot of people think this won't be competitive.
Possibly.
Do you know what I mean?
Backfired in that sense. Maybe in his mind he's thinking if I lose, Ryan clearly wasn't 100%. But now people are looking at it saying he's going to turn up and he's just going to be the first meaningful shot Devin Haney lands, he's going to be on the canvas or he's going to be looking for a way out.
You know how crazy this is? Because this is where I guess boxing is just things turn around so quickly. 12 to 18 months ago, when everyone was talking about that 4, these were all supposed to be competitive fights within that 4.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now, all of a sudden, I think if you ask 100 fight fans who wins, Devin, Ryan, 100 say Devin.
100%.
That's crazy.
Everyone's going to say, yeah, I know. And we would
How much
look
is
at those.
Falling off?
it's almost like they jinxed themselves when they did that.
Yeah.
Because then it was just a case of, right, with Devin Tank, you know, that was supposed to be, or not Devin Tank, with Ryan Tank, that was supposed to be a really competitive fight, and it was easy enough for Tank.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at this fight where on paper we should be saying, this is a really fun fight. Like, Ryan has his strengths, Devin has his strengths, and as you say, you get 100 fans who know this fight who's winning Devin. So there's not even a hesitation to be like, Devin.
Is this, look, I mean, we're so obsessed with an O. Obviously, Ryan's lost his O now. But in terms of Ryan being that superstar, that golden boy in the zone want to sell pay-per-views, if he does lose again, and it's very similar to the Gervonta fight, I don't know if it will be because Devin doesn't have that pop, but say he gets stopped. Is that it in terms of him being a superstar, in terms of bums on seats and pay-per-view?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, it'll take a long time to build back up, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't say it's gone completely because Ryan is that superstar.
Yeah.
He can build it.
Yeah.
But it's going to knock him back a couple of years.
Yeah.
That's definitely, like, it's not going to be a quick, a year rehabilitation, boom, Ryan's back. This could be a case of we need to 3 years from now.
And I wonder what it does to him mentally. Like, in terms of...
That's the biggest word.
Yeah, in terms of fans are fickle, right? They'll come and go. But in terms of what it does to him, bear in mind, again, this guy was talking the lead up to the Gervonta fight. We kind of, okay, the weight was a problem, the rehydration was a problem. This time you're a big 140 guy. There is no rehydration clause. This is your division. So if you do get kind of pummeled by Devin, who can't punch...
I'm hoping that we see a competitive fight. If Ryan does lose, I'm hoping nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
As in, like, he can just take the loss, take it on the chin, rehabilitate, and all good. I'm hoping nothing happens after that. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of we're hearing story, we're like, oh no.
Yeah.
But saying that, oh no, would we even be surprised?
Yeah, I hope it's really competitive. I'm a fan of both, but I'm not a cheater. It's not like this is Dimitri Bivol for me. Do you know what I mean? Or Gennady Golovkin or AJ. So I'm a fan of both. So I hope it's competitive just because the 140 division is the best division in boxing by a landslide.
Country mile.
And if it is competitive, Ryan will be in more competitive fights because we've seen that Ryan takes these fights. He
takes these fights and he can win some of them. It's not like Ryan is always going to be the nearly guy. It's like he is good, but when it comes to the Devins, the Teofimos, the Tanks of the world, he can't. No. Ryan will turn over his fair few. Will he do it to Devin? I doubt it. I think even at his best, probably not. But you never know come fight night. I'm just worried about Ryan going into this fight. With the way he's been behaving going in, I'm thinking we need the best Ryan Garcia, and I don't have any confidence that we have that.
I didn't even like Ryan. Obviously, he got this stoppage in the end against Oscar Duarte. It's a fight I worked on. That one. But do you remember he was doing that weird shoulder roll?
Yeah.
But it was almost turning his back on it. It was like a shoulder roll on steroids. I was like, what are you doing?
There was times I was like, what on earth was that?
Yeah.
And he needs to, if that Ryan turns up, sorry, but good luck. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be. But I can't see. I'm hoping. Maybe it's wishful thinking. I'm hoping we get a Ryan in there switched on. And look, even if we get Ryan at his best, I probably still wouldn't pick him to win. But at least he can go out from that fight and say, look, it was good. And at least you can't say it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah, I just want Ryan to settle down. I really do. I just want him to...
so do I.
Because
has it been too much too
I
soon,
missed the smiling Ryan that was with Canelo and Eddie Reynoso and that team. You kind of felt like, okay, this is the best version of Ryan. Remember his celebration when he beat Luke Campbell? And he kind of jumped on Eddie Reynoso, and it was almost like this is, and he was cool with Oscar, he was cool with Bernard, and it felt like, okay, this is it. This is the best Ryan.
That was the best Ryan, and it's a shame that he doesn't still have that. And I remember Canelo. Canelo is someone you have to respect his work ethic, because this is a guy who has money for the next God knows how many generations, but he still trains like he's an up and coming prospect.
He accused Ryan of not training.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan, maybe in his youth, should have just thrown the baby out with the bathwater and then left and all that stuff, and they got a bit acrimonious. I think Ryan should have, in that situation, said, "You're where I want to be. What you say, I'm going to do."
Yeah, and let's not forget now, this is a Ryan that's now switched trainers a couple of times since then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I just want him to settle with a trainer. I want him to settle with his team. I want him to settle with himself. And look, boxing isn't the be-all and end-all. His mental health is number one. But hopefully, again, this fight's coming up very, very soon. Well, this weekend. So hopefully Ryan can be at his best. I fly out on Tuesday. I don't know when I'm going to drop this video, but I fly out on Tuesday. And hopefully by the time I get to sit down with Ryan and talk to him, I'm talking to a very, very confident Ryan. Because like G-Man said, even if he's at his best, I don't think he beats Devin. But if he's not at his best, then Devin could play with him and just do whatever he wants to do with him, basically. Just before we wrap, is Devin the best 140 pounder for you?
Yes.
Better than Tio?
Better than Tio. I'd pick, if they fought tomorrow, I'd make Devin favourite over Tio. I would. I'd pick him on points.
Yeah.
But yeah, better than Tio.
Interesting. Pound for pounder as well, then.
Pound for pounder as well.
Pound for pounder as well. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Again, G-Man's channel link is in the description. Make sure you subscribe. You heard what I said. I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to say it again. We're trying to get him to 20,000 subscribers.
The big 20.
So give the man a follow.
The big 20.
Peace.